by the way, what if I fail? You see, something is telling you that you are a good footballer. Something is telling you that you are a good carpenter. Something is telling you that you are a good porter. Something is telling you that you are a good artist. But because the society, the community, and everybody has told you that it is only through education, a formal education, by the way, because education is everywhere, but I'm talking about a formal education. Somebody has told you that it is only through school and through certificate that you can make it in life. Then you go to your room and you start asking your question. What if I don't succeed with my art? What if life becomes difficult? What if people don't buy my art? You know, what ifs kill a lot of dreams in us. There's a friend of mine who is now killing it out there. This guy called, I have some of my close circle friends who we exchange ideas, and when I want to do something, I exchange idea with them. I try to ask them, and they also try to ask me. So there's one of my friend who was back in the village, was teaching in a high school, and he used to see his life not well enough with this kind of a teaching. And in Kenya, as a teacher, sometimes it is very difficult to make it. So he kept on asking, he approached me and he asked me over the telephone that I'm thinking about going to Nairobi because inside me, I feel like teaching was not something that I feel like speaking is what I'm passionate about. And I told him, give me 2 days and I'll get back to you. So within the 2 days, he tried to contact some other people, closer to him as well, some of his friends. And these people told him some of the negative sides of leaving his job for Nairobi for what he's thinking can work for him. So he came back after 3 days and we had a conversation almost half of the night. We were just talking. We talked for almost 3 good hours. So I told him that you have told me a lot of things that you've gotten from your friends, and some of them are the things that might happen that are the bad side of your move. But one thing that I want to ask you, you have thought about the what ifs that will happen negatively towards your ambition, your plans, your idea. But do you have the what ifs that are positive? What if it works? Okay, let's forget about what if it doesn't work. But what if it works? Are you not be going to become an example to many? Friends, a lot of us have missed a lot of opportunities because of the question, what if? And most of our friends and most of the people who are closer to us will always remind us how bad things are outside there. They will always remind us how difficult it is for you to make it to what you are trying to do. But the moment you realize and you remove the what ifs, I will tell you something. I know not all of us are Christians, but I will use a story in the Bible, which I also believe is in Quran, about Moses. Moses, when God approached Moses and wanted Moses to go to Israel, Moses thought about all the what ifs. He saw himself like, what if they don't believe me? All right? He was trying to make God understand that this thing cannot work. And guys, don't forget to like this video. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on TikTok, please keep liking the video. And if you can share it, please, so it can reach to a lot of people. I also wish to see your comments over there and the questions that you might ask. So Moses was told by God that I want you to go over there and get my people out of the stress and the struggle. But Moses did not see. Imagine, even after Moses seeing the burning bush, still he did not believe that voice and the burning bush that is not burning into ashes but is just on flames is powerful enough to help him go get the Israelites out of Israel, out of Egypt. Still he asked God, what if Pharaoh don't believe me? Why am I bringing this story, guys? I'm bringing this story because I want to tell you how to finish and to kill the what ifs that always are in your mind. So when Moses asked God about what if, God told Moses that what do you have in your hand? God did not tell Moses that I will be with you. He did not tell Moses that don't worry, I'm so powerful. He asked Moses a simple question: what is in your hands? It's not because God was not seeing what is in his hands. God was seeing it. But God asked him, what do you have? And Moses said, I only have a rod. Still, he was doubting the rod itself because he looked at the rod and like, so what will I do with the rod? So he answered, I only have a rod. And he was told, drop the rod down. And you know what transpired after that. So why am I bringing this story here, guys? What if questions are very difficult to remove from your mind. But God revealed to us that those what if questions can be removed with anything that you have in your hands. And I wrote it down here, guys, and I want to read you what I wrote down today when I was doing my research. That life is less of what you have, but more about how you handle what you have. I want to explain that so that you understand. Life is less of what you have, but it is more of how you handle what you have. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have in place or in custody in your hands. That doesn't define your success in life. It only matters how you handle the degree and how you become your character. If you get a job, even if you have masters or PhDs, but you are not respectful of your job, you're not disciplined enough, you do not listen, you don't go to work on time, you can never succeed with your degrees. So it is not what you have, it is how you handle it. Moses saw the rod and he did not believe, he did not even imagine that that rod could help him. But God told him to drop it down and see what happens. It turned into a snake. And that's how powerful what he had in his hand was. So life is not about what you have, it is about how you all have something where you can start. There is always a starting point. We always forget about the starting point. We always rushing to get to the finishing point. But how do you get to the finishing point if you cannot understand how powerful your starting point is? Who is going to tell where your starting point is? If all your mind is full of what ifs, what if I fail? I know so many of you people who have failed before. You tried to marry. You got married. It was a very colorful wedding. There were so many presents. It was even maybe on the headlines of the national newspapers. Perhaps it was aired on the television. And everybody was happy. You were happy. Your parents were happy. You started life so well. But all of a sudden, in the middle of that kind of a relationship or marriage, things started becoming hot and hotter. Before you know it, you are divorced. You parted, you're broken. You know. Then you go outside here. Now you start judging yourself. When an opportunity comes, when you're feeling like there is someone that you see over there, someone looking like a person who can take you to start life again, what if starts to come in? What if I was the one who messed my first relationship? What if again this ends in the same place where it was? What if it won't work? What will people say now? The first one did not work. If this second one doesn't work, what are people going to say about me? When the moment you allow what ifs, to overpower the things that you have. Listen, people, we are created complete. God has created us and given us something that is unique in us. Once you identify your uniqueness, You can never mess with your life. Who is going to identify that uniqueness that you have in your life? We are not chasing the same thing. We do not have the same purpose here on earth. The only purpose that we share, all of us, is kindness, nothing else. Some people were created, some people were born, some people were brought here on earth, not even to have a baby. But we are all chasing to have babies. Some of us were just created and God had purposed you, like, what you're going to do is to change people's lives. But you have never identified it because God reveals it to you. Sometimes, I have had a lot of friends, even personally. Let me use my own life before I go to my friends. It's okay to give example by myself. You see, guys, before I started doing short videos on TikTok, I used to do videos on Facebook. I used to do videos on YouTube. Before I started doing videos on TikTok, there were so many questions that were in my mind. Some of the questions were, and these questions were brought by my friends. Maureen Lady, I can see you. Welcome to YouTube. And guys, keep liking the video. If you're on YouTube, kindly like the video. If you're on TikTok, like and share as well. Guys, before I came to TikTok, there was so many noise around me. And the noise was TikTok belongs to women. TikTok is a dancing place. TikTok is not somewhere where you can share some important information. TikTok is just a place where people waste time. And that noise was in my mind every time. So when I wanted to join. In fact, there's an account that I opened on TikTok and I've never even posted on it because I forgot even the password to that account. So I went through the videos and the same thing that was in my mind, like it is a woman thing, people just dance, show, their butts, and so on and so forth. So I never saw any importance of being part of the TikTok because I had what ifs. I'm a coach. I'm doing some important videos. I'm sharing some messages. What if people see me on TikTok dancing? What are they going to say? Those things were on me. I used to think the same. But the moment I got a push from my best friend, who took my first video that I posted on TikTok, I got the power. I got the power and I realized that I had a power. I had something in me that I was not using maximally like God has ordained me to use it. And as we stand, what I found out on TikTok has never left me the same way I was before. And that's why I'm planning to do a live here to teach some of you guys who I see a lot of people commenting on my video. Please follow me back. Please follow me back. I would wish to host a video here to talk about TikTok, how you can grow on TikTok. You cannot grow by commenting in every person's video to follow you back. You will never grow by doing that. There is only a secret that will make you to come from one follower to 10,000 followers within a month. In fact, mine, I came from one follower. I did a video, one follower, and from one follower, within 1 month, I had more than 60,000 followers. Why? Because the moment you know the power of the rod that Moses had in his hands, you will not go begging for people to follow you. You will give people what they need. So when God opened Moses' eyes and showed him what was in his hands, he got the power. And that power that was in the rod that he had in his hand helped him to take people out of Egypt to Israel. So it is